Visit PAHotRod.com or call 412-719-4950.
Welcome to the Best of Beaver County, presented by St. Barnabas, a weekly segment dedicated to putting the focus on the amazing things and the amazing people behind them in Beaver County. The Best of Beaver County is sponsored by and content is provided by St. Barnabas. The show airs every Thursday from 11 to 11:30 on WBVP, WMBA, 99.3 FM, and Facebook Live. Now, with no further ado, let's welcome host Mike Romai to introduce today's program.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Best of. I'm Frank Sparks, in for Mike Romai again today here on Beaver County Radio. And today's Best of is somebody I've known for quite some years, but I haven't seen him for quite some years, so it's good to see him again. And that is none other than Kevin Camp. He is the owner of the Beaver Supermarket, and his wife Mindy's along with us as well. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming in this morning and letting us know about Beaver Supermarket and all the good things are going to be happening at Beaver Supermarket as well.
Sure. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself growing up and actually growing up in the grocery industry itself.
So, like you said, we've known each other for many years. And I started working for my dad in 1986 for some people might remember, John Eagle in Center Township, where the Walmart is currently at. I started out there bagging groceries. And then in 1988, he opened up the Rochester John Eagle, and I followed him down there and worked in dairy and frozen food all through high school. And then shortly thereafter, graduating, well, my mother gave me a choice. I do tell people this story. She called me while I was working. I was a junior in high school, and I was working, and I can remember this very vividly. I got a page for a phone call, and I was walking through the produce department, picked up the phone. She says, "It's your mother." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Hi." Like, I'm thinking she needs me to bring something home. She says, "I need you to make a decision right now." She says, "Either you're going to college or you're going to work full time. You need to tell me right now." I'm like, "I'm filling the milk. I don't know what to tell you."
Right.
So I said, "Okay, well, making money sounded better than going to college because I barely got out of high school. People couldn't wait for me to get out of high school. So I said, I'll just work full time, and that was how I got really involved with the business. And then after graduating, I ended up being a night term manager. That's where I got to meet Frank Sparks. And learn how to do flooring was through Frank. And then I just, my dad never handed me anything. He just said, you have to work and you have to pay your dues.
Right.
Anyhow, long story short, went through the process, ended up becoming the store manager of Rochester back in 1997. But then in 2002, my dad decided that the best interest for the store and the employees was to sell the stores back to corporate through the expansion of Walmart and their super centers and so forth. So because he always had a lot of foresight and knowledge into the business. And so from there, I really, not that I don't appreciate everything that John Eagle has done, I just couldn't see myself working in that corporate environment, coming from an independent owner. And then, so I went, I wanted to stay in retail, so I went to Best Buy, worked there for a number of years, kind of worked my way up through there, worked in the Geek Squad, learned how to fix computers and do things such as that. But I always had a love for the grocery industry. You can ask my wife, she'll tell you, if I went into a grocery store, she would tell me to leave because I'd just get angry because the store would be messy and I had to fix things. And and then, so from there, we'd moved to Beaver about 9 years ago from Zillionople, and I'm an avid runner. You couldn't tell by looking, but since this is radio, just take my word for it.
Well, you're actually on Facebook. So
oh, really? Okay. Really, I don't run very fast, you can tell. I run because I like to eat.
Gotcha.
So then I just had this idea. It's like I wanted to open up a store, do some kind of retail. I missed it. And so just running up and down the streets of Beaver, looking at what could I do? What could I open here? And I kept going back. There's nothing I know more than the grocery side of things. So I was Google searching stores for sale, not necessarily in Beaver, but then I saw that Beaver Supermarket was for sale, and I texted my wife, and I thought, can you believe this? Because I'd go in there all the time and just had different ideas of like what I would like to do and so forth. You know, Mark always did a nice job with the store, and certainly, ran it forever. 30-some years. I mean, good for him, and really built that store up, and I couldn't believe it. And the legacy behind all of that, because my dad had actually sold the store to Mark, and now it has come back full circle. I contacted the realtor, and I'm like, yeah, but he's only talking to people that are serious about it. And we explained the story, and it was like written in the stars, for lack of a better term. Then I got in it, and now I question myself why I did it. I'm just kidding. But and it's been a fun, interesting, scary, exciting journey all rolled into one. But yeah, and when you into something that you love to do, it just it's a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like work.
Now, at one point, you guys also opened another location out in Chippewa, correct?
Yes, the Chippewa Giant Eagle as well. That was in 1994. Okay. And I was out there for a little while. I did some human resource and safety applications out there. In Chippewa, it was a great store, but Rochester is really where I cut my teeth.
Yeah.
And Rochester was always the busiest of the two. But yeah, so you can basically, it is really in my blood, this industry, and it's never left me, for sure.
That's awesome. I always tell a story, and I want to share it with you about your dad.
Sure.
And as we talked a little bit about beforehand, just to let people know kind of like what your dad was about and how he was. As we talked beforehand, we had a guy that worked for us that was our boss, and he kind of just left us hanging. So your dad pulls me in the office, and he says, hey, this is what we're going to do, him and Rich Mamoni, remember?
Yeah, geez.
So they pull me in the office, and they say, here's what we're going to do. And they, first words out of your dad's mouth, do you ever think about going in the floor business? I was like, no. And he goes, well, you should. And I was like, okay, is that
Sounds
what you're
like
telling me?
Yeah.
So then he financed everything, all the equipment and everything, and got us started. And then when we moved on to Chippewa and did Chippewa as well. But the thing that really I wouldn't be who I was without your dad with my business. And it's the truth, because when your dad did sell the stores and decide, he told them that the floor company goes with it. So you have to promise me you're going to keep them. And then they did that and more. As I told you, we ended up doing most of the floors for just about every Giant Eagle that was around here. And our company built off of that, and it was all because your dad made sure that he took care of us just like he did. I mean, we were subcontracted, but yet the employees of the store, he took care of us just like he did the employees, and I will never forget him for that. It was awesome.
I appreciate that, and I'll try not to get too emotional. But yeah, that is my dad. He always looked out for everyone. That to sell the stores was to help guarantee the jobs of the people that work there, because he always had a heart for people in the community. And he passed away in 2017, and but you still hear stories about and like it's amazing things I've never known, and people have told me, and it just literally brings tears to my eyes. And to obviously, you can't ever take that place. But, we still hope that we can carry on that legacy of what he does for people. And there's always going to be the things that get in your way, and different things that occur that, and unfortunately it doesn't always work out that way. People don't always see you that way. But, as long as you keep the people first and think about what they do, and that their lives, they're important to people. Everything, it's just, there's just so much. There's a lot of community you can reach in a business like this, and you have to always keep that in the front of your mind. And he always did that, no matter what. So thank you for sharing that story.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, to think it all started with fast and friendly convenience stores.
Oh my gosh, and
then built into what it was.
Yeah.
So, and then after the stores were sold, you went on. Your brother Chris went to Fun for All and bought Fun for All, and you were out there for a while, right?
Yeah, I was there for a little
Okay.
bit.
All right. Because we were cleaning there then,
that's
too,
right.
remember?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I was there for a little bit. Then I found out the only kids I liked were my own. I'll be honest. Screaming kids' birthday parties. God bless anybody can do that stuff. And that's Chris. He's good with that. I am not. And I just knew that wasn't for me. And that's, I looked and that's when I left and went to Best Buy, and that was a challenge. It was just, because it was just me. Nobody knew who Bill Camp was or who I was, and none of that stuff mattered, which is good. It helps you. And I started there. It was probably 2005, I think. And they offered me a position, making $11 an hour. And it was me and my wife and 2 children, and trying to support a family, working full time, which for them was 30 hours, 32 hours.
Right.
So it was rough. It was a struggle, but you learned a lot.
You mentioned your wife and your family. Tell us a little bit about them.
So my wife and I have been married 26 years now. Just had an anniversary on November 6th.
Okay.
So.
You got married the same year I did then.
Oh, yes. All the good stuff happens.
Yeah, 99. That was a
right,
good year. Right, yeah.
We had to get in right before the millennium.
There you go.
But that's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story.
I remember that night. Don't remind me about that night.
Yeah, dear Lord. But we have 3 children. Marissa is our oldest. She is 24. I knew that. Michael is 23. He just had a birthday in October.
Just had a birthday. He's married.
Married. And then we have our youngest, who is 10. That is Gianna. So they're all doing well. Michael works for me. Well, he's employed by me. I don't know if he works.
We're working on that part.
And then Marissa does some freelance social media for me. And then she also she works at a bakery out in Cranberry. So they're all doing well. And Gianna's in 4th grade.
Yes.
And they say this keeps us young, but we just realize how much energy we don't have because she's 10.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, and we're just we're very blessed with our family, and I'm blessed to have a wife that can put up with me.
So all these years that I've known you, that's one thing I do know about you. You're a family man, and you're all about your community. So tell us a little bit about how that transitions into Beaver Supermarket.
Sure. So when I bought the store, being that the store is right in the heart of Beaver, there's no other way for it to be other than the community store. And the thing has always been for the vision for me for that store is community, the customers, and the employees. And we try to find ways to give back to the community in everyone that we can. An example being is just one, we want to give people a nice, clean place to shop, and give them good value for their money because times aren't always easy. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, we want to make sure our employees are paid fairly, which we do. We've gone through and given every employee in there an increase in pay since we've started. We now offer an employee discount to the employees. They can get a 15% discount on all their purchases. And then to give back to the community, which is the most important thing because that's our customers. Without them, we can't do anything. We've lowered a significant amount of pricing for the store. And now we also offer a senior citizen discount, 10% off of their total purchase.
Every day.
That is every day. And then being the where we're at, where things have been at politically, I guess you could say, some people were hurting for some funding for their EBT or what have you. So we went through and we took 20 plus items, reduced the price on them significantly, if I could say that word, so we can make it affordable for people to shop while they're waiting to get their EBT benefits or their SNAP benefits or what have you, because people need it. I mean, this isn't like, okay, I need an iPhone. It's like, you need to eat.
Right.
And we want to be able to give back. It's important. It is always important to us to do that.
We're visiting this morning with Kevin Camp. He is the owner of Beaver Supermarket. He is the best of this week, and we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with more right after this here on the best of.
I'm Patty.
And I'm Bob. We're retired, and we live at St. Barnabas in the Village.
We used to have a house.
Lived in it for 40 years.
Raised our kids.
But it became too much. The upkeep, the stairs.
Moving seemed like such a hassle. We didn't even know where to start. So we didn't.
Until we met Cindy at St. Barnabas.
She talked us through our options.
Yeah. And she helped us with our move and all the arrangements.
There was so much stuff. Who knew we had 3 fondue pots?
But she made it easy.
So easy.
Now we enjoy ourselves.
Golf, the pool, new friends, shuttles to where we want to go.
The pub and the food.
So good.
There wasn't a long-term commitment or any large fees.
And they have a healthcare system on campus with doctors if we need it. The kids really like that.
The kids like to come and eat with us.
There's an easier, worry-free way to retire at the Village at St. Barnabas. Come visit us for a free and informative counseling session and personal tour.
I can't believe you waited so long.
I can't believe you waited so long.
Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-443-0700.
We're back here on the best of today, and our guest this morning is Kevin Camp and also his wife, Mindy Camp. They are the owners of the Beaver Supermarket. And Kevin bought it. When did you buy the store?
June of 2024.
Okay, so it's been a little over a year.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so that store for a long time, been in, as you said, in downtown Beaver, very nostalgic. How have you been able to keep the nostalgia of that store?
Yeah, so really by not changing much, but by changing things.
Okay.
You know, if you look through the store, I mean, we've done a lot of cleaning up and we've done a lot of moving things around and what have you. But if you look at I think it's just the personality of the store itself, because it breeds that nostalgia. You know, you could go into a Walmart or what have you and see people wearing the vests and the whatever. And people asked me if I was going to do uniforms. And I think by not doing things like that, it just feels like you're walking into like the world's largest pantry. You know, it's like you're going to your house. And everybody knows everybody. And I think you don't find that anywhere. Everything today is so rigid and it's so structured, and it's, you know, not that stuff isn't important to an extent, but just to have the stuff out to be out and be visible to people. And part of the nostalgia is if you go back to old school grocery stores, you know, you could talk to the owner of the store, you could call, you could, you know, say, hey, I'm looking for this. What, you know, you're a phone call away. If you look at my business card, it has my cell phone number on it. You know, I don't care. Call me. You text me. Whatever you want to do. You know, I'm here for you to take care of the customer. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you see that anymore. You can't call John Eagle or a Walmart or an Aldi's and say, "Can you get this product for me?" Like, we don't even know who you are.
That's how you were raised, though.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. So, and I think a lot of that, you know, goes back to that small town feel of what Beaver has, you know, and you just keep that coming. You don't change and put some kind of stiff environment in place. And you do. You just we have nostalgic products, from candy to, you know, just different things that people cannot find anywhere, and we try to keep that going.
What about local products?
Always looking for local products. We just put in a line of fudge, Spectrum Fudge.
Okay.
The gentleman that owns that company, he employs people that are on the spectrum of autism or have autism, and they manufacture everything. And so every sale, proceeds of that go to, you know, to support, you know, autism. You know, so things like that. Bridge City Brinery is another company that we bring. Anybody that wants to do anything local, we always look at, because it's important. Because I don't have slotting fees. I don't have all those kind of things. Just come in, tell me what you have. Let's give it a try. Let's do some demos. You know, we just want people to feel comfortable, whether you're a vendor, whether you're an employee, whether you're a customer. We want you to feel at home, and when you come to the store. That's key, and I think that you don't find that anymore. Today's world is too crazy, and you can't find stuff like that.
What about the meat department?
Meat department is by far one of the best you'll ever find. We have some of the best guys working back there. They know what they're doing. In fact, Dave, who's the meat department manager, actually worked for my dad at that store.
Okay.
He showed me a letter that my dad had written to him about praising his work.
Oh, that's cool.
And like, it's the craziest thing, like how some of this stuff is full circle. But, the meat department, these guys, I mean, they'll talk to you. They'll let you know, like, you want to do this, we'll do this. We'll just do it for you. And they just know their stuff. You won't find any place better. I can guarantee you that.
What about bakery, deli, those types of things? What do you have over there?
Our bakery and deli. I mean, we have a full line of we do a lot of baking of our own bread and what have you. We carry a nice line of baked goods. The deli, we partner with DeLallo, so we have their lunch meat, which is done very well for us, and people like it. DeLallo, again, another local company. So it just, and we're always looking for different things. You can still come down there and pick up a store-made salad, fluffs, and soup. I mean, we try to do it all.
Yeah.
That's like, if I'm not mistaken, that's the very last independently owned grocery store in Beaver County, correct?
It really is. I got to believe that it is. Not one that flies under any other type of banner or what have you. It's just, we are the last of a, dying breed, unfortunately.
Yeah. What
But-
about weekly specials?
Our weekly specials are probably, they are tough to beat.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If you look at the ad we have this week, Libby's pumpkin, 29 ounce, so that's the big can, 99 cents.
Wow.
You're not finding that cheaper
No.
anywhere else. Cake mix, 99 cents. It's prices you haven't seen in years. So if you want to talk nostalgia, there's some of the nostalgia just in the pricing alone. But yeah, our weekly specials, we don't have a lot, but the ones we do have, they make you want to come into the store.
So how can you keep the prices so low being an independent?
Well, that goes back to old school grocery,
Okay.
where they have what's called loss leaders. You use something that, good, low pricing on good quality products that people want, bring them into the store, put your best foot forward, show them what else, what other kind of products, our produce department, our meat department, our bakery, our deli, those specialty areas, and in hopes that they buy some other things. And you make it up in the volume, and that's what we're trying to do. So that is old school grocery mentality that you don't find too much anymore.
Big time.
Yeah.
No doubt. So what is the stamp that you want to put on that store? When people say Kevin Camp and Beaver Supermarket, what do you want them to say?
Well, that's a really good question. That's a tough one. You didn't tell me you were going to ask me that. I just want people to be able to come in and enjoy their time shopping, because grocery shopping is never a fun chore for folks. I want them to be able to come in, find what they want. If they can't find it, ask us. We'll try to get it for you. And that we're out there looking out for the community. We're looking out for the local shopper, near and far, and everybody that shops there is important to us. We value each customer that comes into that building, and the ones that I do get to talk to or email or call, I really do enjoy talking to them, and truly appreciate everyone that shops in that store. It means the world to me because they have choices. My wife doesn't have a choice; she has to shop there.
I thought you were going to say she has to deal with you.
Well, she does have to do that. Yeah. I always tell her, she said yes. She could have said no.
Right.
But I really appreciate everyone that shops there. They're valuable to me and very special. And I just want them to know that I plan on being there as long as they'll have me there. And
You're probably there too much in a day. knowing you.
Me?
Yes.
And I only work a half a day. It's only 12 hours a day. So.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
So-
Yeah, I know you were like that when you were younger too. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's important.
But one thing you did too, and I think knowing you, this probably transitioned into Beaver Supermarket was, even though your dad owned the stores, you still made it fun for all the employees that worked at the store. And I don't mean it fun like, oh, we were having a big party, but it was always fun, and you always felt like you were somebody when you were there, and just shooting the breeze or just hanging out, and that makes it a lot better whenever the employees are happy too.
Yeah, I guess that depends on which ones you talk to. I'm just kidding. You always have you always have issues, right?
Right.
Things always happen.
Honestly,
But
yeah.
regardless of that, we want to make it a nice place for people to come in and work. Because you got to be there for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, 9
Right.
hours a day. It's like, okay, I see these people more than I see my family. And they see me more than they probably care to. But you want to make it enjoyable for them, and you want to, because they're the people that are doing the job.
Right.
I just pay the bills. Like that's all I do.
That's how.
Those,
I know better. Trust me.
but they are just as important to me as the customers.
Oh, if you walk by on a shelf and pull something out,
me,
or you're blocking, you walk down and out, something doesn't look right, and you pull it out and block it.
I would never do that.
No,
Not me.
never.
No,
Never.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
No.
But yeah, we want to make it. Like I said, they're there for a long time during
Okay.
the day and nighttime, and they give it their time. Obviously, they get paid for being there, but you can go anywhere and get a job.
Right.
In the folks that we have there, we have so many long-term people that have been there prior to my ownership, and they put up with a lot of my stuff. So I appreciate that, and they're honestly some of the best people you could ever have working for you. They really are.
That's awesome.
Truly special.
Anything new that you got planned in the future?
Oh my gosh. Well, the one thing about me, if you knew my dad, he never ran out of ideas.
Nope.
And neither do I.
Okay.
You're always looking to find ways to innovate, find ways to make the shopping experience better. Just without overkilling it. We've just put in place. We're trying out some new stuff. So Beaver has a lot of power outages, which is whatever. And
I like that. Whatever.
and you have to deal with it. And in a grocery store, a power outage is probably one of your worst nightmares. So when the power does go out, you have to cover up the cases or what have you. So, and people say you should get a backup generator, and well, you'd need a backup generator the size of this building in order to power just your cases, and those are very expensive. So one night, as I was thinking about these power outages, I was sitting in my chair and just did some research on ChatGPT, and I found something called phase-changing material. Never heard of it before. Again, I barely got out of high school, and if I told you some of my answers in science class, you'd probably have to bleep some things out. So not very intelligent. And but I did some research, and this material that I found is they use this in medical transportation of vaccines and so forth, because things have to maintain a certain temperature.
Okay.
And they look like big ice packs, but it's all food grade product inside of there, so there's nothing toxic or anything. And talk to this company, they actually build these things and to maintain a temperature. So if the case goes out, the product inside of it starts to melt, but it absorbs the heat to maintain the product temperature.
Oh, that's cool.
So we did a test in our dairy case with it just this past August, and it is amazing. We actually killed the power to the case, and just these guys came up. They're based out of France.
Okay.
And actually, the gentleman that developed the product was there, measuring the temperature and seeing how, because they've never done anything like this. We are the only store in the country
Oh, that's cool.
that has this installed. And we're about to actually finish the rest of the dairy case. But it was amazing because the temperature in that case held for 6 hours
Oh, wow.
without any power to it. It just, but yeah, no other store they use some of this stuff overseas because their power regulations are a little bit more strict, I guess. But for me, it was a standpoint of like, how do you preserve the product during a power outage?
Right.
And so yeah, and I did it myself. I tested it myself with some of the tools that I have, and it worked. It's amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think we're on to something with that. So that's one thing. We just put some new equipment in our meat department to regulate the temperature in there, for safety and so forth, for consumer safety. So a lot of things you don't see that are behind the scenes, but in the front of the house, so to speak. I mean, we're always doing something different, looking for new product, just trying anything out that we can that the customers might want or enjoy. I don't know. I just never stop thinking about what's new and exciting.
That's a good thing. So
yeah.
All right. So if somebody wants to get some more information, like maybe call you and see certain products you have, or follow you on social media or anything, let us know if you have anything like that.
Sure. Facebook is our biggest following. We have just about 10,000 followers on there, and I look at that every day, multiple times a day. And if I'm usually the one that responds to any comments or questions.
You should have never told me that.
I know. That's okay. I don't mind. I honestly, I don't mind. I can't get to everything all the time.
Right.
But if you see a response, it's 99.9% of the time it's coming from me. You can go to our website, down at the bottom of the website, beaversupermarket.net. You'll see a place for suggestions or product information or whatever. Just send it, and I get those emails, so I'll see it. You can go find on Facebook. My cell phone number is on there. I don't care. Call me, text me, whatever. You come to the store. You can call the store. You can ask for me. Anybody will do whatever we can to help you. I mean, we do things just as old-fashioned as customer comes in and looks for a product, writes a note, and we see if we can get it, and we'll call you, let you know if we can find it.
We brought back rain checks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We do have
Yes,
rain checks, yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we do run out of things, because the sales are so good sometimes.
You don't ever see that. Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
I
Yeah, brought
don't.
back rain checks.
I don't like the supplies limited garbage.
Yeah.
To me, that's just that's a cop out for
Right.
not taking care of your customer.
Okay.
So we'll always have rain checks if we do run out, and I do apologize for running out. Some things are out of our control,
Right.
but I will make good on it. It's just, I don't know. I mean, anything we can do to help you
Okay.
make your shopping experience better, easier, more fun. As my daughter would say, more funner.
More fun.
We will do so.
All right. Well, Kevin, it's been a pleasure talking with you for the last half hour and
Likewise.
learning about Beaver Supermarket. And this will run again later on this weekend, so you can hear it again. And tune in next week for another edition of The Best Of here on Beaver County Radio.
Thank you for listening to the Best of Beaver County. St. Barnabas is pleased to have provided content and sponsorship for the program. Tune in this Sunday at 11:30 for an encore presentation